Hello and welcome to Penguin TV. It is recorded by George Ephelis, aka Whiffy Penguin, and you can follow me on Twitter at Whiffy Penguin. Penguin TV is hosted by PureMTGO.com and sponsored by MTGOTraders.com. Get an 8% discount off all orders over $50 when paying with PayPal or credit card. And you can check out KeepYourGames.com and get an extra 20% off when trading paper for digital. Enjoy the videos. Hey there, everybody. We are back for our 16th sealed deck in Innistrad. And one of the things I happened to notice when I looked over here was that there are no rare lands. Hooray. And I saw 2 mana gargoyles. So let's sort by rarity. Alright, no mythics, but we've got some cards here. This is the first time we've gotten Stormkirk Noble. This is the first time we've gotten Skur's Dag High Priest, which seems like an amazing card. Mindshaker we've had. We haven't had Mentor of the Meek. We've had this guy, and we've had this guy. They all these rares seem awesome. With possibly the exception of Stormkirk. I'm not sure. There's generally not that many humans that his ability is super relevant. Of course, in the right matchup, he could be great if we go up against like a white-green humans deck. So let's sort by color and see what we've got. Geist Honored Monk, Gallows Warden, Smite, Abbey, Rebuke, Mentor, maybe not Spectral Rider. Just because he's double white and I like to play 3 colors. Oh man, our white looks alright. We'll put one of those in the main deck. And blue, we've got a Murder of Crows, Moonheron, Stitch Drake, Scholar, Scab, Shrieker. Oh, the Apprentice who makes Homunculi, and Departure. We may want the Dream Twists. I don't think we'll want the Delver. We've got 2 Moan of the Unhalloweds. Get that Skur's Dag in there. Alright, so unfortunately our black doesn't look super great, even though we've got 2 Moans and the Skur's Dag. That's a human, right? Yeah, so Ghoul Razor won't work quite that well with it. We've got a couple of zombies if we want to get Ghoul Razor in there. So let's see what we've got for red. Red's got a pretty aggressive deck here. Red is pretty aggressive. Green looks pretty poor. And then our artifacts are good. We've got Blazing Torch and 2 Mana Gargoyles. And maybe we want to play Trepanation Blade. I know I said this last time that I did a sealed, and we didn't end up actually playing the Trepanation Blade. But I actually played against this in one of my earlier sealed events. I think it was like 14 or 13. And the guy was able to mill me. I drew a lot of lands, and then he just kept hitting me with the blade until I had no land left in my deck, and then bam, I was dead. So that's a different way we're going to look at that. But let's get rid of green. We're definitely not going to play this. It's not good enough. And then let's look at blue pretty hard. It's possible we want to play a white-red aggro deck. Let's look at white-red. and then we'll come back to blue. So we've still got, ooh, excuse me. We still have some really good blue and black creatures and spells, but let's take a look at what we're running with. Roiling Tembler might not make it since it kills every guy we have. Alright. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 removal spells if we get rid of the Urgent Exorcisms. I think we're going to get rid of the Tembler, and let's see, we could have a Fox that could draw us a card, or we could have an Urgent Exorcism that could remove a spirit. I think I'd rather have the Fox in the main deck, and then the Urgent Exorcisms out of the sideboard. So here is a deck, and it's got some good late game reach with these Manor Gargoyles. We've got 2, 4, 6, 7 removal spells, which seems pretty good. But let's go back and look at blue and black. Let's sort by color. All of these guys over here. So we've got 10 creatures in blue and black, and then another 2 more sources of creatures in the Moan of the Unhallowed. So we've got 12 guys in just blue-black, which isn't terrible. Only 17 spells, though, so we would have to dip in, it looks. Alright, let's see what we could play. What are we doing with blue and black? So the main benefit of blue over white is card draw, a token generator, and 2 extra flyers. Black, of course, has the Skursdag High Priest. The card just seems so good, but is it better than playing a white-red aggro deck with a curve? Well, I'll say this. The blue-black deck, and I would have to splash white or red. Probably white since it has more removal. But the blue-black deck, while looking a little bit more powerful, doesn't seem as good as the white-red deck. So we're actually going to... We're going to bench the blue and black. We will give... we played blue, black, white a lot of times in these events, and it'll be nice to try out an actual aggressive strategy, because I don't think I have played a straight-up aggro deck in this format yet. And this looks like it has the ability to get there. Unfortunately, we don't get to play with our more powerful spells. Mona the Unhallowed, Skursdag, High Priest, Murder of Crows. All of those cards are really good. But our mana curve seems alright. We've got 3 1-drops, counting the Blazing Torch. We've got 4 2-drops. We've got 4 3-drops, counting the Trepanation Blade. 2 4s, and a bunch of 5s. Our 5s are awesome, though. So what would be the best? I mean, I guess turn one Stormkirk Noble, and then to have removal to make sure that he gets through unblocked the first couple of times would be amazing. Followed up with a turn 2 Neonate, maybe? Yeah, I can see some games that just get out of control really fast with one of our 1-drops and a Neonate. We're going to try it. We are going to try it. I kind of wish I'd recorded my 15th seal deck, because it was saucy. Let's add some land. Let's take a look at lands. The only thing we got is a Ghost Quarter. We're not going to main deck that, but we will keep it as an option for the sideboard. But anyway, my last seal deck that I played, it just was so silly. I found my new favorite card in the format, and that is Charmbreaker Devils. It is a 4/4 for red and 5. And yeah, 9/8 seems fine. No, let's go 8/9. We need mountains earlier. So it's a 4/4 for 6. And at the beginning of your upkeep, you get to return an instant or sorcery card at random from your graveyard to your hand. And then whenever you play an instant or sorcery card, it gets +4/+0. So I built this deck. It was black, red, and white. And it had 10 instant or sorcery removal spells, a Geist Catcher's Rig, and a Slayer of the Wicked. In round 2, I ended up only drawing 2 lands in each game. I probably should have mulliganed more aggressively, but in the other rounds, I just went crazy with removal. I actually had my 4th round opponent disconnect because he was so disgusted. There were only 9 creatures in my deck, but having 10 removal and 2 creatures that are removal seemed so good. I got so greedy with my mana base, I even played Stenzia Bloodhaul, because I figured that I might not be able to kill them with creatures. But I did figure that with having 12 removal spells, I could kill almost everything as long as some tokens were not generated. But that was last one, and this is this one, and it looks like we are going to be a red-white aggro tempo deck. And we'll see how we do. I'll see you guys for round 1.